Ребята, с вами я, Sayour, и сегодня я делаю реакцию нашего любимого блогера, так сказать, да, по Майнкрафту. Здесь у нас опять топ-10 модов на 1.19.2, вот версию. Посмотрим, что за видосик, вот. Ну, давайте погнали
Hey guys,
смотреть.
today we're going to be taking a look at my top 10 Minecraft
Субтитры
mods
там
for
видно вообще?
1.19.2, this time
Немного
for
повыше
September of
сделай.
2022. And just like always, you can find all of these mods in the description below if any of them interest you.
Давай видос уже.
And get into the video. Alright, the first mod I have for you
давай.
guys today is
5
JJ Thunder, King of the Hills. And
генерация.
this is essentially an amplified world type, except the terrain still looks fairly natural. It mainly focuses on adding absolutely massive
Ну, это
mountains.
не
Sometimes
такое,
you'll find
это не
yourself
прям
far
такая
above the
крутая
cloud layer when
генерация,
exploring
какая
these
может
things,
быть.
and even significantly enhances your
Реально.
world height. So trust me when I say this, these mountains can get really big. And if you want to get the full potential out of this mod, give it a try with the Distant Horizons
Так
mod, and
себе,
it'll
так
make this
себе.
look truly spectacular.
Я
Next,
видел
we have
лучшие
Pakui, and
моды.
this mod allows you to change the attributes of
Уф,
pretty much
вот
any
это
entity in the
прикольно.
game. And this includes things like size, speed, damage, and much more that can be
Это
controlled
прикольно.
exactly to your liking. And
О,
this even
не, это
applies to yourself, so
охрененно.
you can make yourself giant or tiny
Это
in your world.
охрененный
Really,
мод.
overall, this mod is incredibly
Офигенный мод.
customizable and easily one of the best when it comes to doing things like this.
Да, этот
After
мод
that, we have
прикольный.
Towns and Towers Structure add-on, and this mod adds a whole bunch of variants to villages and outposts, along with a couple other structures that you'll be able to discover and explore throughout your world. And I always love mods that add structures like this, because it just adds a lot more variety, and according to the mod page right now, it adds over 50 new types of structures, so you're going to be finding a lot of these. Next up, we have the
Прикольно.
Waystones mod, and this is maybe the best teleportation
Ну,
mod
это
in
такое, это
Minecraft,
уже
because not only does it fit in fairly well with the game, but it's also pretty simple to use.
ТП,
All you have to do
типа.
is just link 2 or more Waystones together, and
Не, ну,
immediately you can
это
travel
типа, наверное,
very large
тоже
distances. It
классно,
has
но
over 70 million
не знаю.
downloads on CurseForge
В
right now.
этом
That's
плане.
because it's essentially just become the standard for this type of thing. For our next mod, we have Structure, and this is another mod that adds, well, new structures to the game. And this one mostly focuses on
Ну, это
adding
топ.
ruined
Это, я
type
думаю,
structures to
бляха
the game, although
Майнкрафт
that isn't necessarily all of them. And once
ванильный
again, for
должны
similar
добавить
reasons to Towns and
спокойно
Towers, I just love to
разрабы,
have mods
блин.
like this installed because it really just incentivizes exploring your
Типа,
world. Just knowing that there's actually
это
new structures out there for
улучшит
you to discover really goes a
мира.
long ways towards making journeys more exciting. Coming
Это
up
должно
next, we have a
добавить
simple but very
ванилку.
fun mod to use called Connectable Chains. And this mod
Уф.
allows you to use the chain block to connect together fence posts,
Не, ну это
giving them a very
физика.
satisfying appearance. And these chains
Это
can be
по
stretched
логике
up to 7
физика,
blocks
ну,
long, with
это
connections
охрененно,
between
это
the two,
охрененно,
and they
я
even have
понимаю,
actual
но...
collisions, so you don't just walk straight through them. Next up, we have
Ну,
Naturalist, which is
я
yet another
думаю,
mod that
такого
adds
не
in new
будет.
creatures to Minecraft.
Мод
And this mod
прикольный.
takes a similar path to
Ну,
Alex's
это на
mods, in that
животных.
all of the mobs added from
Это,
it are actually unique. They don't just stand around doing nothing. They actually interact with your
это
world
то,
in
что
ways
я
that are
хотел бы видеть в
interesting. And I just
Майнкрафте,
really
если
appreciate
честно.
when a mod does this, because when a new creature is added to
В
the game that
Майнкрафте
doesn't
так
really do
мало
anything or
животных.
even have any unique features, it
Именно
just
мирных,
feels
ну
kind
и
of
вообще в
pointless.
целом
Moving on, we
животных.
have Better End, which in my
Так,
opinion
в
is still one
Энде,
of the
значит,
craziest
новый...
Minecraft conversions for a dimension we've seen, right up there with the Better Nether mod, which just happens to have the same
Не, ну это
creator. I
такое
mean, the
себе,
end is
такое.
essentially unrecognizable when you have this
Ну это
mod
прикольно
installed. There's all
выглядит, да, но
kinds of new
это
biomes and wildlife, along with many new
как-то
blocks
очень...
defined. So if you're a person that thinks
А
the end
может
is
и
just a little
нормально.
bit too boring and you
Ну
want to
так
really
себе,
go
так
all
себе,
out on a
нормально,
conversion
пойдет.
for it, then you'll want to give this mod a try it for
Прикольно.
sure. Nearing the end, we have Dynamic Surroundings Remastered Fabric Edition. And at this point, most of you probably know of the Dynamic Surroundings mod and what it does. However, the original version is still sadly stuck in 1.16,
Так, этот мод я,
and
кстати,
this mod
знаю.
updates it to 1.19. It is a
Новые
little
частицы и
stripped
так
down
дальше.
compared to the original, and there seems to be a bit of an audio delay that I didn't really notice with the version before, but you still get some of the
Да,
awesome
да,
features
да.
from Dynamic Surroundings, which
Ну,
is
кстати,
one of
это
my favorite
выглядит
mods
не
to have
очень, вот,
installed. And
если
finally,
честно
the last
говорить,
mod on
это
this list,
выглядит
and in my opinion, easily one of the greatest Minecraft mods
фигово
of all time,
выглядит.
is Cork. And this mod adds dozens upon dozens of helpful, interesting, and
Лучше
new
так,
features
чем
to the game.
никак.
And this
Правильно.
covers pretty much everything. There's new creatures, new blocks, new generation, and many helpful little features. Truly, it's one of the best mods you can
Бумеранг.
possibly have installed,
Привет,
and the only
террарий.
reason you shouldn't have it if you're playing
Не,
modded
это
Minecraft
читерская
is if you're on
вещь.
Fabric. And that'll do it for this
По
video,
поводу
and just like
этого.
always...
Так, и давай сразу же еще один ролик чекнем, что тут у нас есть прикольного. Ну, давай посмотрим вот
Hey
этот
guys,
ролик.
welcome back to another video. Today I'm here with 10 Minecraft mods that there's a decent chance you've never heard of. In fact, all of these mods are under
Ага, ты мне
100,000.
сразу же, да, Все нарушил, спасибо. Так, давай, сейчас я быстро поставлю перевод.
Downloads,
Все,
and they're
погнали.
also all available for the current newest version of the game. So if you'd like to check out
Так,
any of
давай
these mods, you can
посмотрим,
find them
что
all in
здесь
the
у нас.
description below. And anyway, let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, the first mod we have is natural decoration.
Это,
And this
кстати,
mod's
в
gonna add
Майн
quite a bit
сказали,
more
что
detail to
добавить,
forested
я
areas
так
in the
понимаю, в
game. You'll notice trees can now have
1.19.
additional branches or things like mushrooms
Ну,
growing
оно
on them,
должно
and you'll
было
also
быть
come
в
across sticks on
1.19,
the
я так
ground. And
понял.
this mod just does a
Или
great
нет?
job of
Ну,
mixing up
короче,
the
в
appearance of
1.20
trees in
должна быть
Minecraft.
уже все.
Next, we
Я
have
думаю, я
grindstone
очень на
sharper
это,
tools.
я
And
очень
this is
жду,
a pretty
кстати, эту
simple
версию,
mod that
капец.
allows you to sharpen pretty much any item you can attack with on a grindstone. And this is just a temporary buff that makes your weapon better for a certain amount of hits. And honestly, this mod is just a great way to make grindstones useful, because you're not really doing all that much with them usually. After that, we have the Angry Mobs mod. And this mod gives you a total of 3 settings, each of them a little more terrifying than the last. The first setting makes it so if you attack a mob, it'll
Это, конечно,
instantaneously start
жестко.
to attack you back. The second setting builds on this, as not only will that mob attack you,
Ну,
but all
это,
of its buddies
кстати,
will as well. And the third
логично.
setting just makes it so the mobs are coming after you if
Только
they
чем
even
они
see you.
бьют?
So if you want to make
У них
Minecraft
нет
creatures a little more dangerous or just straight up
ничего,
hostile mobs, then you should absolutely
чем
install this
бить.
mod. Next up, we have the sheep consistency mod, and this mod fixes
Типа
something in
рог у них
Minecraft that
нет.
has always bugged me just a little bit. And that's the fact that when you shear a sheep of literally any color that isn't white, it's just white underneath. And this mod completely fixes that small issue. And this even works on the Jeb sheep. When you shear it, the coat underneath continues to change colors. So if you're like me and this tiny little issue kind of bugs you, then this mod's definitely for you. For our next mod, we have extra sounds, and this is a mod I kind of ignored the first time I came across it, but it's actually really satisfying. It adds
Ну,
all
это
kinds of new
дерьмо,
sound
вот то,
effects
что
that are
он только что
mostly
показал с
inventory related.
овецами,
For example,
типа,
when you
это
scroll around your
нереалистично,
hotbar,
а
you're
я
gonna hear an
топлю за
auto clicking
реализм.
sound, and this will change depending on the block you're hovering over, along with other new cool sounds such as when you drop an item, and a bunch of these sound effects will even change depending on what block you're interacting with. And like I said, on a quick glance, I just didn't think this mod would be all that interesting, but it's actually pretty awesome. After that, we have the cursory mod, which adds many new curses to the game. And not only are there a bunch of new curses, but you can actually get them from enchanting, which you normally can't in vanilla Minecraft. So you're going to be running into these things fairly often. And there's a pretty wide variety of these curses. For example, you can see in this clip I have a sword that
Минус.
makes me explode sometimes when I attack. It's a lot of fun. Next up, we have the
Это читы уже, это уже не моды, это читы. Это уже такое пошло. Вот это топ, вот это реально топ. Мод. Я хочу, чтобы в Майне добавили хотя бы планку воды, не то что температуры. То в Майне, блин, нет подобной вещи. Это обидно. Ага, анимации новые. Ну, я не вижу большого смысла играть с анимациями, если честно. Тем более она какая-то странная. Прикольно, конечно. А, здесь анимации к блокам есть.
Nearing the end, we have brutal bosses, and the title's not a lie. It doesn't actually add any new creatures to the game, rather just variants of all.
Мне просто кажется, что может лагать из-за анимации. Типа, мне кажется, на ком можно это потянуть.
Not only do these bosses have additional abilities, but they also have a lot of health, and for some reason you just can't knock them back at all. So yeah, you're definitely going to be tested fighting these things. And finally, for the last mod I'll be showing you guys today, we have Domestication Innovation. And this is a pretty feature-loaded mod. Some of the notable features include allowing your animals to wander, accidental murder protection, and the ability to actually tame mobs that you couldn't, like axolotls and even bunnies. And there's also several new helpful items that have been added, like pet beds, which will essentially allow your animals to respawn, or a feather on a stick, so you can finally get your animals to go where you want them to.
Ну это прикольно, типа, но не знаю. С Майном мне очень сильно, но... Так, ну, спасибо за ролик. За два ролика, вот. Если что, ролики будут в описании под роликом, вот. Кому понравился моя реакция, поставьте лукас. Если нет, дизлайк, только напишите в комментах, почему вам не понравился видос. И всем спасибо, ребят, за просмотр. Пишите в комментах, кого вы смотрите, на кого мне делать еще реакции, вот. Всем спасибо, ребят. Всем пока. Всем удачи.